If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy a merch indeed, a child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener, yes, dear listener, yes, dear listener.
Middle Earth has some comments on this one.
Talk to him, brother.
Bob Marley. I'm glad we're closing out with Bob Marley.
Yes,
Concrete
sir.
Jungle, 1977. This song is from the album Catch a Fire. The video was from 1979 concert in Santa Barbara, California. Further up the coast in Santa Cruz, California, on December 2nd, 1979, a youthful Middle Earth... I love that. A youthful Middle Earth saw Bob Marley on this same tour. Just as in this show, we only got to see only 2 of the fabulous I3 backup singers. Marley's mother was 18 when she married... What? Marley's mother was 18 when she married the 59-year-old plantation foreman of her family's plantation.
That's why them black Israelites say that Bob Marley was a Edomite, because his dad is white.
Marley's father died when he was 10 years old. Subsequently, his mother had a daughter with Bunny Wailer's father. So he and Bunny share a half-sister. In 1976, he and his wife Rita were shot over a Jamaican political beef. Rita suffered and recovered from a serious head wound. Marley suffered 2 non-threatening gunshot wounds. What the? He played at a concert 3 days later in spite of the failed hit, saying, "The people who are trying to make this world worse aren't taking a day off. How can I?" Aww. Marley was called white boy among other insults, but in typical Marley fashion he said, "I don't have a prejudice against myself. I'm not on the white man's side or the black man's side. I'm on God's side, the one who created me and causes me to come from black and white." But he was Pan-African to the core. His songs espoused Rastafarian principles. He was raised as a Roman Catholic and then converted to Rastafarian. The biggest irony in all of this was, how do you say this?
Haile Selassie.
The Emperor of Ethiopia, who was regarded by the Rastafarians as God incarnate. Selassie, how did you say it?
Haile Selassie.
Selassie was a devout member of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, being a bit perplexed by the notion that he was God incarnate by the Rastafarians. He sent a bishop to Jamaica to establish and build Ethiopian Orthodox churches. There was a lot of tension between the Rastafarians and the Orthodox Church. The bishop was good friends with Marley and ended up baptizing Marley about 7 months before he died. So he baptized him into the Orthodox Church when he was a Rastafarian for the majority of his life. Mm-hmm. The bishop relates that Marley cried for a half an hour upon being baptized. Marley was given an Ethiopian Orthodox funeral. All of the original 3 wailing wailers are dead, but I believe that their music will stand the test of time and will not be forgotten. Wow.
Crazy story,
He's,
huh? Dynamic character.
Yeah, and wasn't he really?
That's him right there. That's the guy in the street.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but I don't know that. Oops. Bob Marley, wasn't he really dark?
What?
Oh no, he's not.
No, he looked like I think Zach Del Roca from Rage Against the
okay,
Machine.
all right, yeah.
Yes,
Well,
that's Haile Selassie. Okay, guys, here we go. Hey, actually, what's the timestamp on that one?
2007 to 2509.
2007. All
To
right.
2509. Yep.
They can reach us. Majesty.
Man, look at that crowd. Everybody looks cheering.
All right, what's the name of this song?
Concrete Jungle.
Concrete Jungle, Bob Marley. Let's do it, y'all.
No sun will shine in my day today. No sun will shine. The high yellow moon won't come out to play. Won't come out to play. Darkness has covered my life and has changed my day into night. Now where is this love to be found? Oh, someone tell me, 'cause the light must be somewhere to be found. Yeah. Instead of a concrete jungle where the living is hardest, the concrete jungle. Oh man, you've got to do your best, yeah. No chains around my feet, but I'm not free. I know I am bound here in captivity. Never known happiness is. Never known what sweet caresses. Still, I'd be always laughing like a clown. Won't someone help me, 'cause I've got to pick myself from off the ground. Yeah. In this concrete jungle, what do you got for me now? In the jungle, why won't you let me be now?
Jungle, Bob Marley, dear listener. Talk to him, brother minister. Concrete Jungle, Bob Marley. Obviously, you cannot do reggae, like real reggae, and not end it out with Bob Marley. That guy is a legend.
Yeah, he's...
And
well, there's a lot of people on the set with them. Like, how do you even make any money?
I know.
Or are you just doing it for the joy of doing it?
I don't know.
There's a lot of people there.
I don't know. I mean, we'd have to look at the contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like maybe it was all going to Bob and everybody else is like... Maybe Bob is getting paid in American dollars.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody else could get paid in rubles. Although the rubles might be, by the time Biden's done with everything, the ruble might be more. Hey, Mr. Putin, maybe we could work out a deal.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he's talking about the concrete jungle. That's okay. First of all, that little you know why I pointed? I was like, hey, I like it. What is that?
Yeah. That little drum roll.
Was it the drum set, or was it like some sort of a djembe or something?
No, it sounds like a bongo drum, like a quad
that's
type
favorite.
roll. Yeah,
that's my favorite. I love that. I used
but
to have
his
one
voice...
at my house, and I couldn't play it, and really nobody really could. But I always had it around because we did a lot of music. People would come over and we'd do music, and I was like, one of these days somebody's gonna pick it up and know what they're doing, and it's gonna be very enjoyable that they do it. You picked it up for a little bit, and you'd mess around on it a little bit.
Yeah, when you were a guy at the church, the big guy, he used to do it.
Yeah, but when you took it up, you know, it felt
more
authentic.
Authentic, because I got some melanin. I never picked one of those up. Like, was in the vicinity of those things a day in my life when I was in Jamaica. I saw that for the first time. When I was in America.
Okay, so the concrete jungle. We're talking about the city, right?
It depends. Probably, yeah, sure.
What else could it be?
One thing about Bob Marley, though, and I try to communicate this to you. I don't exactly know how to do it yet, but there's a certain grit in his voice. There's a certain like roughness to his voice, like an edge to his voice that I love. I love it in guys as well as women. I love it when women do it if they can. It's a little bit like of a grime and edge to it. It's not clean. I love that roughness in his voice. That's like my favorite spot for vocalists. But it's still clean. It's not like Cookie Monster metal, obviously, but it's still like grimy and grungy. It's not pure clean. Okay, this dude is hitting notes. Chris says the only deal we should make as Putin is where he turns himself into the international criminal. Stop it. Ridiculous. Okay, so the sun will shine in my day today. The high yellow moon won't come out to play. Darkness has covered my light, and the stage, my day into night. Now, where is this love to be found? Won't someone tell me? 'Cause life, sweet life, must be somewhere to be found. Instead of a concrete jungle where the living is harder. I think it was Jay-Z has a song, This Can't Be Life. Like if you grow up in a city and you see stuff like, there's been a lot of times when like, not only but I've heard a lot of people say something like that. Like, when the stuff happens to you in a city and it like keeps happening and stuff gets worse, it gets to the point where you're like, yo, this can't be real. Like, this can't be life. So to me, this sounds like his This Can't Be Life song. Like, it's one of those things. It's funny though, it's like not everybody says it. Like, there's lots of ways to look at that kind of life. Some people look at it and they go, nope, this is life. This is exactly how it is. And the minute you accept that, then you have less of this cognitive dissonance and internal resistance to what you're seeing. So then you end up expecting to see stuff. And a lot of my friends were kind of like that. I was never able to get there because I had seen too much outside of that city. You know what I'm saying? So like my formative years were not formed on some street shit. A lot of the street shit really that I got into was purely because of my own ego. It had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
and I don't think you ever felt like you were stuck. Like, he talks about that he has no chains around his ankles, but he's not free. no chains around my feet, but I'm not free. I know I am bound here in captivity.
Right.
Like, I don't think that you ever, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that you felt that way because you saw your mother so many times, like, pull herself up by her bootstraps, so to speak, and really, like, go to town and, like, take off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've never felt like that.
Yeah, so even, like, if you were born and raised and, like, your parents never could get out of it and they just struggled through the concrete jungle, and then that's, you know, like, I think that you would get a certain mindset about it, but I don't know. That's a tough life.
I've never believed that I was stuck, ever. I've never believed that. I always felt like no matter what happened, we're going to be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So, but the other side of that is that my worst case scenarios are a lot worse than other people's worst case scenarios. Like for many people, like for you, for example, like being homeless would be your worst case scenario.
And yours would be?
That's not a worst case scenario for me. As long as you guys are alive, then I'm like, okay, as long as we're alive,
obviously
we'll figure
somebody
it out.
dying is worse than being homeless, but being homeless would be a problem for me.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a
Although it
problem
would be
for me.
less of a problem now than it would have been 6 years ago.
I agree with that. But yeah, so like your worst case scenarios change when you're in that kind of a like mentality, because it gives you a certain type of perspective. It's like, oh, we went through this before. We've been homeless 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And came back for it. But nobody recovered from that. So your mindset changes. Like, okay, I've actually been through X and Y situation, and you can pretty much recover. And I've ran into girls that have like, that was a, you know, hearing those stories, I wasn't prepared for when I came down to New York. Like a lot of those girls grew up very, very quickly, because it's a highly concentrated area full of people that society doesn't care about. You know, they're too dark on the melanin scale and they're too low on the income scale. So females in that situation have it 50 times harder than anybody you could just imagine. And so, like, those are some of the most mentally tough people I've ever met in my life. Like, I've been in, you know, selection groups with the best of the best of the best, and I've seen I've seen more mental toughness from some of those girls than some of those dudes. So, like, no bullshit. And you know, it's a real marathon to be able to survive in that context.
Jeez.
You know, it's
Yeah.
and not everybody does. You know, it's a crazy little secret, but suicide rates are pretty high there, and you know, a lot of crazy shit happens. You know, but yeah, I don't think necessarily that Bob Marley was talking about his particular mentality, but he's talking more about how do you find love in a context like that when everything is so extreme and you're so focused on, okay, how do I get home without getting my face cut open or jumped, or am I reading this person correctly? Am I reading this person correctly? Am I reading this relationship properly? There's a lot of arithmetic that goes into just getting home. And so it's like, how do you find love in that kind of an environment? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was something that was really interesting to me, because I only had 2 real ever serious relationships down there. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, how do you have the time to like really have any kind of... And then my thing was, there's a long time, especially with one of them, like the big, you know, noticeable one, that I kept that like under wraps for like a good 3 or 4 months, which in that time was significant, because I didn't want anybody knowing that me and her were together, because I felt like that would be used against me. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody was like, you know, like if I was with you, like we'd have to go somewhere else. Like it would just be, it'd be too much. So anyway, yeah, very interesting song. This is a 10 for me. It's Bob Marley, for God's sakes.
Oh,
I really, really enjoyed this song.
I agree. 10 all around.
Really, really good song. I got a couple. I just got introduced to a new artist, Ethan Luck, And then Peter Tosh, my mom would sing that line, everybody wants to go to heaven, nobody wants to die. She'd sing that line all the time. I didn't know it was Peter Tosh though, so shout out to my mom for that. And shout out to you guys, because if it wasn't specifically for Mojo in Middle Earth, I wouldn't have found Ethan Luck, or I wouldn't have found that Peter Tosh song. So shout out to my DJs. We will be back, dear listener. We have other DJ streams on the way. Got to give them up for this one, though. Boop, boop, boop. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I really enjoyed the stream. I liked that it was just, like, super chill. Like, totally what I needed. I know. Loved it.
I know. It would have been a little bit much for you having to deal with a lot of dark, like, fast, heavy
I couldn't do
type
that tonight.
Shit.
Tonight was not the night for that.
This tonight was like perfect.
Yeah, it was. I like if I could have put this stream like out on a back porch, like I said, hammocks, ganja, that would have made it. But alas, you know, we don't have a back porch, and I'm pregnant, so there's no ganja available. But I still very much enjoyed it. It still kind of had that really cool vibe to it, and I was unaware that it was, I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess, but I just thought that it was just all songs like Everything's Gonna Be Alright.
No.
Like, I didn't realize that there's like some political angles and all that to it, so yep.
You are
and
you are hilarious.
Disappointed by the fact that there's no dancing vendors. If we ever take a trip.
You are ridiculous.
Anyway.
Shout out to Mojo. Shout out to Middle Earth. Thank you so much, guys. This is a really,
Bob
really
Marley's
good one.
always going to be at the top of my list, but Ethan Luck really is something else. I really liked his stuff, too.
Yeah, Ethan Luck is, I'm going to be looking into that guy.
Also, the first song, the guy that was in the suit.
Yeah?
I appreciated that one too because of like
really
I didn't expect him to be in the suit, but then like I have like this box for like or something like that because of like how you and Dorian are with like you guys are completely different in how you dress, but you're not different in your specifications for your dress. Like I'll see you fold your if it was me, if I was gonna have to fold those bandanas every day, I would sew them so I wouldn't have to keep folding them. But you almost look like you enjoy the process of the. Am I right or am I wrong? Because I can sew them if you're, but you look like you enjoy the folding and flattening. Why are you looking at me like that? Anyway.
I'm just looking at you.
Anyway, so yeah, I like the suit. I wouldn't want that in every reggae song.
It's Brooklyn
so shout out
in
to you
the
guys.
house.
Thank you for the stream and I believe tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's a random.
It's
so
a
that
Ronin.
means,
It's Ronin day.
Yep.
It's a
That
Ronin
means
day
it'll-
for the randoms.
Who knows when it'll start? A lot of question marks here.
Yes. All right, dear listener. Thank you very kindly. We will see you very soon. I think BC's working on a Grateful Dead. So if you are a Grateful Dead fan, we are 3/4 of the way there for a Grateful Dead stream. So if you wanna know how to get on the Grateful Dead stream, it's VillageXchange@gmail.com, and hopefully we can help out the big homie BC so he can debut.
Or if you have my secret email,
He can have his
use that.
first debut as a DJ. All right. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sorry out.
Go.